What's up, guys? I have a new video. Today we are going to talk about mastering because I'm also a mastering engineer, not only a producer. So I'm going to show you 5 of my personal favorite mastering plugins, from very simple stuff like equalizers to more advanced things like imagers. But it's going to be a nice selection of things. Actually, you probably do not need anything else apart from that. We start our journey with the LineQ low band. Let me switch. So we start from the beginning. LineQ low band. You have 2 of them. One is a broadband equalizer and one is a low band equalizer. We of course want the low band, as I said. I'm using this equalizer because it is very precise for the lower end of the track, of course, more precise than a broadband equalizer. And you can easily do a DC offset here by choosing this preset, which is very practical. And if you have any fixing to do in the lower end, then it's a good idea to use a specialized equalizer that is only for the lower end, up to 2 kilohertz, but really the lower spectrum of the frequency field. Very handy tool, very clean, and good to make a DC offset, which is required. It's basically the first thing that you do with most tracks that you get when you start your master. Next up, let's start with one of my other favorites. It's also a Lin plugin. Linear phase multiband compressor by Waves. Another ancient plugin. But ancient doesn't mean bad. It's really a fantastic plugin. Very, very cool. Multiband compression, of course, is absolutely required for mastering, that you understood compression, because you can fix a lot of things in the multiband compressor and you can fuck up a lot of things in the multiband compressor as well. So it's one thing that you really should understand. I'm not going inside the plugin and explain you how it works, because that's for another video or maybe for a tutorial on instinct-learning.com. But it's a fantastic plugin, very, very clean, old, but it has proven itself many times. Next up, now we go into the Ozone Suite, and I think we are not going to leave the Ozone Suite at all. So maybe I'm just opening Ozone 9 and load the plugin in Ozone 9. So Ozone are, in my opinion, the kings of mastering plugins, I would say. One of the kings of producers of mastering plugins. Their plugins are absolutely amazing. They're always developing new things. They change a couple of things in their plugin design, iteration by iteration. In some cases, I didn't like their changes, but mostly it's just fantastic what they do. And I recommend you to check out all of their stuff, actually. This video is not enough, basically. Let's start with the maximizer. Or no, let's start with the exciter, exactly. Plugin number 3 is the Ozone Exciter. It's simply a multiband saturation tool. And you have on each band many different saturation stages to choose from. Like analog, retro. Retro, for example, is very harsh. You have a simulated tape, tube. You have warm, which is rather subtle, and of course makes the sound more warm. And you have triode and dual triode. So for each band, you can select, a different saturation or no saturation, and then you can adjust the mix. It's a very, very simple tool, but very fine and very, very, very nice for mastering, because saturation is a big deal in mastering and can make a track more complete. For example, if there are harmonics missing in the midfield or in the high end, in the body, wherever it is, an exciter is a good way to deal with such a problem. So multiband Exciter by Ozone 9 is my choice in this case. Normally saturation stages are a little bit too harsh, and maybe you could also do something with the Saturn, but this is just simply designed for mastering. So I prefer this. I might give Saturn 2 a chance for mastering and see if that is, subtle enough. But my choice and my favorite is definitely the Exciter. The next thing, Imager. Ozone 9 Imager, number 4 on my list for the most amazing plugins. So this again can really make or break mastering, basically. It makes such a difference. This is really where mastering engineers are working and fixing and enhancing the appearance of a track while not really changing the track makeup, so to say. It's really just about the wideness of each band. It's again, of course, a multiband tool. Almost every mastering tool is multiband, or at least Imager Exciter is. And you can, for example, fix issues if the producer has a lot of stereo going on in the sub, for example. It's like a common issue. You check the sub and then you see there is a lot of stereo going on, then you can just narrow it down. And also you can use it to widen fields. You shouldn't overdo it because it's going to artifact at some point. But nevertheless, it's such a tremendous difference. A track with a fixed stereo image and a track without a fixed stereo image. It's a huge, huge deal. So, big recommendation. Imager, try it out. Can really, really enhance masterings a lot, especially if they are, for example, narrow in the top end. Many, many things. There are many, many use case scenarios how you could use that Imager very, very effectively. Then, what else we have? Our last and fifth plugin is boringly again from Ozone 9, the Maximizer. So this Maximizer / limiter is very, very cool, very modern. I'm sure there is a newer one, but that's the one that I'm using. You have different modes. I'm usually going with IRC4, which is very cool. You have stereo independence and transient emphasis, which does exactly what it says. Actually, like, compression or limiting can give emphasis to the higher end of a track. So, and to the transients, actually, it can have a positive effect. Like slight over compression can have a positive effect on some tracks. You can control that with that here. Really, really cool, very simple. There you have your out ceiling, there you have your threshold, there you have your character, which is how fast it works. And that's pretty much it. Guys, that's it with this short video. 5 different cool mastering plugins that you definitely should check out. Let me know in the comment section below what is your favorite mastering plugin. Maybe you have a tip for me that I can check out or that I should, have a look at. I gladly do so. After all, most of the best plugins I use actually, I had the tip originally from a friend or from a colleague or something like that. So if you know something cool that is missing in this list, which I'm sure you do, then please pop it in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe, support the channel. We need to grow. It's just like we're 1,000 subscribers right now, so it would be really, really cool to get to maybe like 5,000 or something until the end of the year. If you want to help, then just subscribe, hit the bell button, and you will get notified for the next video that I'm bringing out. A lot of stuff is coming. Also a lot of free content from the Ultimate Masterclass, which is coming up, because a part of the curriculum is just like, is going to be released free. Sort of like for people to get into, that they have a chance to actually participate in the course, at least for the beginning, and to see the quality of the course. And then if they want to pay, then they can. So I keep you updated about that. I'm working very hard on that. The curriculum will be the best one that I have written yet, at least the most complete, and especially also designed from the ground up so that everything is explained a lot better than in my previous masterclass, which was more targeted maybe a little bit towards advanced producers exclusively, while this one is for the whole spectrum. If you're an advanced producer, then you can just skip to a chapter a little bit further in, and then that stuff is for you. Anyways, I don't want to drag this video out. Thanks for watching, guys, if you're still here. Thanks for the support, and I see you soon. Bye-bye.